Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese, and today we're going to unpack. Okay, finally, it's not sister-in-law; it's a son-in-law, and of course, son-in-law would be from the perspective of parents-in-laws. So, son-in-law, you can see traditional, simplified, looks the same, but historical, 2,000 years ago's dictionary recorded a slightly different. It probably shows a little bit more of history. Okay, shoot, in today's lingo or representation, have the female, have the girl on the side. So it turned out to be not a girl. It got to be the girl's husband. So girl sign in traditional Chinese, I mean, originally it means woman before their motherhood. So it's unmarried woman. So most likely it's your daughter. Your daughters brought back this guy, then this would be the son-in-law. Okay, son-in-law in traditional 2,000 years ago, right? Would be expressed replace the girl, the daughter symbol with the shi, which means a capable person, able-bodied, able-mind, useful person, I guess. So from this, actually from the ruling class perspective, from the ruler perspective, all the populations out of all ruler populations, those in their prime years who can still fight for you, who can definitely farm for you, are considered the shi. So not too old, not too young, in the prime age, and that's shi. And you can see here is the ground standing up. This person, we just use two dimension to set up the frame. And somebody say this is the ground is a number one and the top is number 10. And from 1 to 10 is somebody who is just perfect, fulfill all the, check all the 10 boxes. Anyways, however you explain it, is from the ruler's perspective, useful person for you. And then the right side is now is simplified into this. We can see here is a circle. Now contemporary is just one line. This actually is a kneecap. Whole thing is a kneecap. Um, I mean, okay, the whole thing is a cap, and the circle is the kneecap, and then the bottom is the foot. So Chinese simplified foot symbol as this cactus shape will only represent three toes out of five. So this is the big toe, pinky toe. The rest of the toes crunched together in the middle, kind of like that. And then the bottom is the foot, the arch, and uh, the sole of the foot. So you have the foot symbol at the bottom, and then you have the circle, the kneecap, and then anywhere in between, from this end to this end, anywhere in between that's not expressed, but we only bookended this structure. That's implied that you have the foot at the bottom, you have kneecap from here to here. That's a segment of the body we're talking about, and that's the calf. And then the bottom here, this omega sign with two stripes, it means meat, muscular. Sometimes we use that symbol to pair with animal food. I mean, probably in ancient language creators' point of view, um, animals as meat, right? Food source. Animals also as muscle power. They can be domesticated, used as muscle power for us to work for us. So this big omega sign then related to either food source or muscular power that can generate it as a labor, farm labor. Okay, so now we have the calf and we have the meat, meaty calf. Okay, I only recently learned that meaty calf was a thing to describe masculinity almost. So interesting, right? To show, to express the whole body by looking at the segment of the body. If you have meaty calf, probably that's a good indicator to show the whole body without seeing the rest of them, that this is a healthy, able, muscular body if you have meaty calf. Okay, so again, use partial to infer the whole. Okay, so we have meaty calf, capable, able body from the ruler's point of view together. That is son-in-law. And from that, can you infer that that's what parents' expectation of what son-in-law you want to have? You want to have this muscular, meaty calf guy, and who would be considered useful for the ruler. So this guy would most likely to work in a government, take on some bureaucratic roles. So I mean, in today's lingo, it would be federal or state or municipal, whatever level. It's not it's a civil servant in today's lingo. Okay. So it's somebody who was paid by the government, who's not working in a private sector that you're struggling with, agriculture, your harvest or not. Like you don't have such a stability as working for the government. So that's the expectation right then for parents to marry off their daughters. They are looking on the onset, somebody who work who have government jobs. So 女婿, daughter in ancient use, and in 女婿, this expression, especially that's in that context. So 女 and 婿 both in as contact for each other. When they pair together, for sure, it means son-in-law for your daughter, and we just duplicate that concept. Son-in-law, of course, son-in-law is for your daughter, but we make sure there's no other ambiguity in that. So we add 女, the daughter, in front of son-in-law to make that clear. Okay, 贤婿. So now we have a judging term in there. So you may have all kinds of son-in-laws, even if your ideal son-in-law version is somebody who works in the government. Okay, for a growing society, that's like a guaranteed paycheck. Okay, and then 贤婿, we add on top of this, the profession you expect for the son-in-law, the 贤婿, 贤, virtuous. It means behavioral level or moral level sense of even better. You get a good deal, not only have a stable paycheck, this is a stable personality you can count on, and you don't expect some crazy dramatic behavior from that person. Everything that person is done according to the societal expectations, so you have full almost like a guarantee or warranty of the son-in-law's behavior meeting the social financial standards of yours for your daughter. Okay, so that's 贤婿. Okay, 金龟婿, that is even more Chinese preference, judging from the parents' point of view. They not only look for 婿 from the government official job holders, they look for 金龟婿. Okay, golden turtle son-in-law. So who is golden turtle? Okay, golden turtle are supposed to be those high ranking officials that I guess I never seen one. I mean, I definitely didn't marry one. But this golden turtle was people who were able to get into, I guess, a higher rank, and then they are going to have this personal adornment with different animals. In ancient times, the rulers would need to differentiate different ranks, right? By putting certain motifs on a person, either like a crane or a tiger. I mean, dragon is reserved for the ruler themselves because we're regarded as the descendants of the dragons. And so dragon is the ruler. And then everybody else have their own animals. So probably turtle was, because it's also small, used as a decorative piece. Kind of imagine as a equivalent of today's business person's attire of cufflinks. So this intricate little metal piece on the fringe of your attire. But even if it's a small, it's a fringe piece. It tells a lot about your social status. So serves in a similar function, and that turtle shape probably indicate a certain ranking. And the fact that it's made in gold is like testify even more to its luxury status and its higher social status. So golden turtle son-in-law is the ideal of the ideal version of what kind of son-in-law you would like to have for your daughter. So I asked ChatGPT to render me some 金龟婿, and you can see ChatGPT didn't fool around. It totally placed it front and center and big and gilded, this big turtle thing in front of the chest. And okay, the headgear, it looks after some probably so about 1,000 years ago from now. Their government official headgear. So they have this kind of like almost Disney Mickey Mouse ear look-alike thing, but it's horizontally sticking out as a headgear to signify you're working for the government. And eventually, since that's the aspiration from all the parents, they want to adorn their son-in-law, even if they may not hold government official positions. They want to dress them, like cosplay them as such that when they get married, they will wear such government official headgear, right? And that's the societal expectation of them with all these utensils and tassels and all that adornment. So I guess they get that right because this is definitely a son-in-law in a wedding ceremony kind of headgear. And then this jingui, this golden turtle, front and center in your face, was totally out of historical context, but a form, a cater to the definition so well, and it's front and center, right, right there to illustrate the aspirations from ancient times. That's what's expected of son-in-law. And that's the golden standard of son-in-law. You want 金龟婿. And of course, in literature, we have plenty of sarcasm regarding that. So on one side, societal aspiration would be you want to have a 金龟婿, but on the other side, in literature, would criticize the result, the consequence of having 金龟婿. Everything is a trade-off. You think that's a happy life for your daughter? Nah, look, think again. Something like that. All right, so that's son-in-law. Thank you for your time. See you next.